Hi guys! Just a little disclaimer, I apologize in advance if there's any background noises in this video. There is a lot going on around here today, but we'll try to get through it. Something about cueing an intro video? Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. I know I keep throwing all these tasks at you guys, but I hope you were able to find some success last week, in whatever form that may take for you. Have you been combating against those things on your list and finding some happiness? Have you managed to ask anyone for help? And did you take time for yourself this past week? Even if it was just a little? If you answered yes to any of these questions, even just one, I want you to be proud of yourself. Acknowledge the fact that you're making the conscious effort to better your life and really just bask in that. Soak it in. Really take in the awesome new beginning you're creating for yourself. However, if you really don't feel like you are making any progress or accomplishing anything, that's okay too. Although I will say it's probably not true. Yet, I will admit that not every day feels successful. That's just part of life. And it very well is possible with everything that's going on in the world right now, coupled with your own problems, that you may really feel like nothing's going right. And that the majority of your days have been unsuccessful. Success is definitely defined differently for each one of us. However, we all know what it's like to have an off day. It's those super icky days that we spend stressed, mad, maybe even a little sad, when the to-do list looms over us and we feel scattered, burnt out, and desperate for more time as things seem to never fully get done. Or maybe it's those days where we just lay around in bed and we look up to see that hours have passed by as we scroll around on our phones or binge watch our favorite shows. No matter the circumstances and no matter what we try, things just don't seem to work out. And it leaves us feeling really down. All of a sudden, to cope, we find our hand hitting the bottom of the family-sized chip bag, or we start overcompensating and sending ourselves into mass panic to get everything done. Thus, the spiral continues and we simply feel worse and worse. Sometimes this causes an off day to turn into an off week, and maybe even make it to feel like you have an entire off month. This makes us feel like failures, like we just can't get things right. We may feel like our situations suck and that there's nothing that we can do to change it, or that we're totally incapable of doing anything different. Times feel wasted, efforts feel exhausted, and ultimately, we feel defeated. I feel like it's a cycle we all know, and if I'm being quite honest, I also feel like it's a cycle that's been somewhat normalized within our society. Like, it's just how things are, and if you can't figure out how to pull your crap together, then that's on you. If you can't learn how to manage your situation in your off days, then best of luck trying to catch up to everyone else. However, that's totally not true. This is a cycle that you can break free from, no doubt in my mind. However, I will say it starts with realizing that it's okay to not be okay. For me personally, this past week has been one of those off weeks. Everything just kind of sucked, and I was kind of sad, and things just weren't going the way I wanted them to. However, I realized that this is something that all of you have definitely been through as well, and I thought I would take the opportunity of having a crappy week and turn it into a positive one. I thought I would share 5 tips I used to help get myself out of this cycle. Tip number 1, you may have already guessed it, but realize that it's okay to not be okay. I personally am the type of person that gets more upset by the fact that I am upset. Didn't get everything done that I needed to today? Boom, failure. Oh, I'm sad about things that happened in the past? Get over it, you're being pathetic. Oh god, I definitely didn't need that bagel. My week's ruined, kale for every single meal. But as we all know, this isn't realistic. Everything is not going to be perfect at all times, and that's seriously okay. In order to realize that it's okay to not be okay, you really need to lean into your feelings. So the next time you find yourself slipping into this cycle, ask yourself, what am I feeling right now? Dig in, look your feelings right in the face, identify them. Once you have it, then ask yourself, Why am I feeling this way? Just because you may currently not feel okay, or within that moment not feel okay, doesn't mean you're destined to have a bad day. By staying in that moment and addressing your feelings, it allows you the opportunity to understand them. And as you do, with each time the cycle tries to come back around, you can learn to overcome those things that make you feel icky, limiting the number of days that you feel less than okay. Tip number 2, don't beat yourself up. I cannot stress this one enough. So what if you didn't get through everything on your to-do list today? You did some of the things, right? And I'm sure you did them well at that. For whatever didn't get done, is the world ending because those tasks remain incomplete? I don't think so. And the beauty is the sun will rise tomorrow. And if it doesn't, I promise you that to-do list is not gonna matter. You know what you missed. Take some time to reassess. Find places to squeeze them in throughout the rest of the week, and everything will be fine. You always get it all done. Don't stress out. We get so caught up in everything that we fail to complete that we often don't take the time to recognize and acknowledge all the things we do complete. You must find victories throughout your day, and no victory is too small. Hold space for yourself and be proud of all that you do. And also remind yourself, kindly, that your worth is not determined by how much you complete within a day. Tip number 3, listen to yourself. Your mind and your body knows what it needs, and that might sound weird or freak you out, but at the end of the day, nobody knows you better than you. Take some time and find a quiet space. Really tap into your intuition. Free write if it helps, or turn on some calming music, or even just think it through. Listen to yourself and decide on what it is that you should focus on for the day. Tip number 4, get organized. Once you tune into your higher self, make a small list of things you'd like to accomplish in order to get back on track. This can be a list of things you'd like to accomplish within the day, or maybe within the upcoming week. Or maybe getting organized for you doesn't mean lists, but rather going on a walk or taking a soothing bubble bath. Whatever it may be, find a way to silence the negative emotions that you are feeling. That way you can move forward and get back to the happy and productive version of yourself. Last but not least, tip number 5, do something for you. Treat yourself. You do so much every day. Please realize that it's okay to have an off day from time to time. It doesn't make you a failure. It makes you a human that's experiencing human things. Even if you feel like you've had a totally unproductive or totally crappy or just an overall disgusting day, make sure you take some time for you. Take some time to celebrate all the accomplishments that you've made within your lifetime. If there's any way to make a crappy day a good day, it's definitely going to be doing something that you thoroughly enjoy. And please remember, don't let off days define you. They only hold as much power as you let them. Remember, we're here to figure out how to be happy, not sad. And being sad's okay too, but don't let it rule you. You guys already know I think you're awesome. I don't know how many more times I have to say it before you start believing it. Remember, today's a brand new day at the start of a brand new week. So go out there and make it a happy one. Please be kind to yourself this week, and I'll catch you next time.